Alright guys, we are back with the Edison format finals at Epik Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got FreakyZ on the left, playing Blackwings vs Juan Ambriz on the right, playing Diva Hero Beat. This tournament was just 3 rounds, single elimination. We'll see who will get their first win on the channel this year. This is FreakyZ's second time in the finals. Also Juan's second time in the finals. Actually, this is Juan's back-to-back finals, but he did get second place in the previous one, so we'll see if he can get that win today. So he starts off by normal summoning Diva and bringing out Gilman, most likely. I believe Juan is on only one Gilman, so he probably wants to get out of the deck as quickly as possible. Now, what I've also been playing this deck on DB ranked a lot recently, and depending on my hand, but I don't think he has a hero monster. No, so I get why he's gonna summon the Android turn 1. It makes sense. I'm looking at his hand; he has no monsters because I don't like to summon Diva first turn, but he doesn't have access to, so his hand is kind of bad. So you can kind of see the flaws of Hero Beat here in Juan's hand. He has a dead Hero Blast and a dead Gemini Spark. Now he plays Stratos, Triple Alias, Rhoda, and some lists play Triple E-Call. So that's 3, 4, 7, 8 copies of that he can basically add Alias to his hand. So we'll see. He drew another. Oh, he drew Solemn, but his hand might be pretty. So one thing that's interesting is that he has heavy Yada set. See, if I was in Juan's shoes, I would have set the heavy and the Yada. Because a lot of times you get your opponents like that. They'll feel safe and they'll set 3, but FreakyZ set 3 anyway. But I think if he set the heavy with the Yada, he definitely sets 3, but he did it anyway, so it didn't matter. Anyway, here he chains Yada, and Ambriz chains his own Yada. And here FreakyZ chains Icarus. Oh, okay, he gets rid of the Android this way. So was the heavy well, Android and Bora trade cancel each other out. Yada yada. So the heavy was just a +1. Now, should FreakyZ have set those back rows? I don't know. Maybe you only set the Mirror Force. Maybe you only set the Icarus. It's debatable. So fortunate that he had the Heavy Storm. All right, so Stratos attack. Now, you can see here Juan he has Solemn, so he could set all his back rows, but he's choosing not to, which sometimes I think it might be the right move, because there have been a lot of games I've watched myself. Like, I'll set 4 with a Solemn, and then they'll just instantly, I have to pay half my life points to stop a Heavy Storm. Anyways, here he activates Icarus, target the Stratos, and then here he chains Spark. No, FreakyZ, chain the MST, man. Oh, no, FreakyZ. Miracle? Oh, no, Upstart. Yeah, Juan's deck's full of draw power. Multiple jars, multiple Yadas, Upstart Goblin. I think 6 jars is too much, but it helps because the deck needs a consistency. All right, here comes Jar. And Hero Blast. I think FreakyZ's cooked. I think his hand is like Whirlwind and Heavy Storm, right? That's his hand. So here he summons Alias. Attacks him for 19. So he's checking his graveyard. Yeah, he's got Heavy Whirlwind. So here he slams down the Heavy. He's going to be forced to Solemn. And here comes the D-Nasty special, but he bottomlesses. And FreakyZ picks up his cards. So Juan takes game 1. 1 win away from getting his first win on the channel this year. We'll see. All right. Now, who do I want to see win? FreakyZ plays in a lot of the tournaments. He's improving, though. I've noticed. That's why you gotta get reps in, especially when you're new to Edison format. All right, so FreakyZ's going first. Summon Bora, set 2. Ambriz with the Solemn again. See, I tend to side out Solemn against Blackwings and Vayu because you don't want to pay half your life points against them. It's one of the reasons why Solemn is so good against other decks, though, so I get why people don't want to cut it. Like, I love Solemn against GBs because it's like the one card that can stop Chariot. Or like, you'll make a play, they'll have like a Hurt up at GBs, and they'll feel safe with Hurt Chariot, and then you Solemn their Chariot, and then you cook them. That's why I like Solemn. Alright, so here he goes Diva into Gilman. Trying to check for Icarus, most likely. Synchro for 5. Most likely Android. Yep, Android. Now he's got Solemn. Do you attack? So you attack here, and FreakyZ with the Kalute. Kalute the Moonshadow. Alright, so here he decides to set 1 to play around Icarus, and he's got MST. And he attacks Juan for 17, so we're at 56 to 9k. Now he summons Alias, attack Bora, and a second Kalute. No Honest from Juan. When Juan and I faced in the finals, he had Honest when I tried to Kalute over his Alias. Okay. He's got Vayu, Brain Control, and then here comes Hero Blast. So this is why people say Hero Beat is favored against Blackwings, is because they have so many cards to stop their normal summon. Anyway, here comes Dust Shoot. His hand is My Body, Alias, Diva, Solemn Judgment. What he returned? Hopefully the... Oh, he went for the Diva? Oh, okay. So FreakyZ probably thinks that Juan has another Gilman, but I think he only plays 1. So he should have sent back the Alias. But he probably didn't think about it. But that's so risky though. Like, okay, here comes Heaven. If he would have been playing against me, I would have had another Gilman in the deck. Because right now I'm playing 2. But that's a risk. I would say he probably made the right play because most Hero Beat players play 2 Gilman. So I'm gonna say FreakyZ made the right play because of that reason. All right. So here he summons the Diva. Let's see if he brings out I'm pretty sure he's on 1 Gilman. Maybe he's looking for it and then realizing this. Yeah, see, he's on 1. But like I said, the standard Diva Hero Beat list plays 2. But I think the reason why Juan is on 1 is because he has 6 draw traps plus upstarts. So, but you can make the argument that should maybe even make him. I don't know. John Gilman is not bad. Like me, I've been playing a lot of Hero Beat lately, and one of the weaknesses that I see with this deck is sometimes I just need a water monster for Miracle Fusion. So I'm kind of like, I don't mind drawing Gilman. It's not like the worst draw. Alright, so he goes for Stardust. Set, what, the My Body or what? Here comes good old Wind Control. Oh, no, it's not My Body. What is it? Bottomless? Oh, I think that's game. Yep, that's game. So FreakyZ forces the game 3. Will he pull off the Legacy 2-0 and get his first win on the channel? What's funny is the 2 previous times these 2 guys were in the finals, it was against me both times. Yeah, because I remember I beat FreakyZ to finally win in GOAT. It's the only time I ever won in GO format. And then I beat Juan in the previous tournament. I just play so much Yu-Gi-Oh! So, I mean, every tournament that you guys see that I post on the channel, I've played in probably like 99% of them. There are some where I didn't enter, but yeah, I would say probably like 99% of the tournaments I entered, so. Here comes MST on the Alias. Compulse. Now, he probably should have chained this Compulse. Yep, especially if he didn't have Honest. Yeah, he should have chained it. Because then he couldn't summon Sirocco, so next turn, whether he summons Shura or Bora, yeah, he should have chained it. Then he wouldn't have lost his Sirocco. At least it would have sent him back a turn. Or yeah, or he couldn't do like a Sirocco Whirlwind play as well. All right, so here comes Diva, getting the one Gilman out of the deck. Yeah, I'm rooting for FreakyZ just because FreakyZ he plays a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, man. Well, Juan, I think he's playing a lot more recently because he's summer break. He's a teacher, so I think that's why he's playing a little bit more right now. Whereas FreakyZ, man, he plays every format. He plays Modern. All right, here comes Absolute. So Absolute attacks FreakyZ directly. This game could go either way. Yeah, that's how I'm seeing this. This game can go either way. FreakyZ's got Kalut and a few other cards. So he kept in Brain Control. See, I would side out Brain Control in this matchup. It's pretty bad against this deck. Like, what are you trying to Brain Control? Alias? If they have Spark, they'll change Spark to your Brain Control. Who do you want to brain? Android? Ab-Zero? Not really. Yeah, I would have definitely sided that card out. All right, Ambriz sets one. What's life? 79 to 12. Let's see if he can get out of this one. He just drew D-Prison. I think he's got like D-Prison, a Blizzard. Juan's got Alias and E-Call in his hand. Another thing about Hero Beat, because I've been playing this deck a lot lately, is it really needs to see Gemini Spark. All right, here he summons Blizzard. He's got D-Prison, Brain Control, so he might Brain Control the Stratos. Make Goyo or Brio, but you just lose to everything. Yep, here comes good old Wind Control. Is that ulti? Man. Special summon Bora. Oh, no, but you're just letting him, Yeah, I don't think he should have special summoned Bora. But is he that low? Oh, he's at 400. Maybe he could have set Bora last turn. Or maybe he just drew the Bora. I think he just drew the Bora. No, FreakyZ. This isn't time travel, so if you Brio that Ab-Zero, it's going to get the effect. Yeah. If only it was time travel, yeah, you could Brio the Ab-Zero and then it wouldn't get its effect. I'm not sure if I prefer that or not. Yeah, see, FreakyZ shouldn't have special summoned the Bora. He's probably kicking himself. I guess this is the best play, just pass. But he can also summon a water monster and then run over the Goyo. So here he MSTs the D-Prison. But he doesn't have a... Oh, this is game. Yeah, just crash. Blow up the field and then attack directly for game with Alias. So congrats to Juan. Gets his first win on the channel this year. I don't think there's much FreakyZ could have done differently that game. I'm not saying he played it perfectly, but I guess siding out the Brain Control. Yeah, siding out the Brain Control maybe would have been a different card to help him win, but yeah. Traditionally, Diva Hero Beat is favored in this matchup. Even when I faced Juan in the finals, I drew Black Whirlwind. Game one, I think both games I drew Black Whirlwind. I am playing Reckless, so I'm seeing more cards compared to FreakyZ, who's playing Yada, which is a little bit... That's the thing about Yada versus Reckless. Like, one game when if you guys want to go back and watch the finals, because it was the same matchup, I opened double Reckless, so I drew into 4 cards quicker than FreakyZ, so Juan was able to just apply pressure. Plus, I would say, I think Juan drew a little bit better against FreakyZ than he did against me, so it's just Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you haven't already, please consider joining our members only. I'm uploading an extra 2 to 3 videos a week, only $2.99 a month. I also have a coupon code for 5% off Yu-Gi-Oh! Singles and product at Epik Cards and Games. Those links are in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.